All right, today on the podcast, we're going to be covering morning habits to win the day. Morning habits to win the day. These are great ways for you to be able to get a jump start on your day and create success. I've always found that if I can win the morning, I can win the day. And some of us overwhelm ourselves. Some of us get a late start. But this is some strategies that I think that'll really help you. So let's get right into it. All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. A lot of things going on. You know, generally some people, I think the non-success-minded individuals kind of slide into the end of the week, and what I like to do is really gear up and look to cross the finish line, not just get to the finish line at the end of the week and at the end of the year. So today, let's start with the Daily Mastermind quote of the day, which is by Farrah Gray, and the mobile app has it listed as build your own dreams or someone else will hire you to build theirs. I guess I would expand that to say hire people to build your dreams, but don't be the person that's being hired. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about a topic that you probably have heard on many, many podcasts and programs and things like that, because having a good strategy for winning the morning and having a morning habits that will take you to success are so critical. They're so key. I found that the more that I can win the morning, the more that I win the day, and the morning will set you up. And I like to bookend my days both with a morning and an evening routine. But I'm telling you right now, if you were to do one thing that would make a difference, it would be creating a solid morning daily rituals. I think that's something that could help you quite a bit. So let's start with a very, very important thought here. Some of us overwhelm ourselves. Some of us create too many obstacles and milestones for us to overcome. So what I want to suggest to you is that you're patient with yourself and that you just pick 2 or 3 strategies that work the best for you. Now, I'm going to give you a list of 7, 8, or 10. I'll give you some of the things that I do in the mornings that can get your day started. But you need to keep in mind a couple of things. If you can knock out 3 to 4 items, call it a win. Most successful entrepreneurs are really perfectionists like I am. And so sometimes we create a list of 3, 4, 5, 8 things. And when we don't get them all done, we don't consider it a win. And so I really want to recommend that you make a list of the things that are going to work for you. But if you can get, 3 of those done, check the boxes, call it a win and move on. Because I think that what you're going to find is progress and discipline and consistency are going to trump the number of things that you're checking off your list. The other thing I want to recommend is know yourself. Know what works best for you in the mornings versus evenings. If you like to journal more in the evening than the morning, kind of get that going. But one thing that's sort of a non-negotiable is I want to recommend that you move your body in the morning. That'll be one of the things that I talk about. But pick a couple of things that are right for you and that are right for you in the morning and call it a win. So let's get into a few of these strategies. The first and most important one that's probably the most difficult for people is to get up early. Jocko Wilkes, he talks about getting up early because we know that if we get a jump start on everyone else, then mentally you're going to feel like you have the edge. So get up early. Now, I'm not a big proponent of the 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. club, although I do set my alarm at 5 and I do get up early now. That's not necessarily what everyone needs to do. You may have evening things going on. It's what's more important is that you get a solid amount of sleep. It's very, very important. They're finding from a neuroscience, from a brain science, from a health perspective, that you do need to get sleep. Entrepreneurs that promote a 3, 4, 5 hour sleep or I'll sleep when I'm dead, that doesn't work because physically you have to be at your elite level. And you can't produce at an elite level if you're not rested. So get some sleep, but get up early. So if that means going to bed early, trust me, once you get up early a few mornings, you'll be more likely to want to go to bed early. So get up early. Second, and this is one that I've heard a few different times that I think is critical, make your bed. Make your bed in the morning. There's sometimes, I know it sounds simple, but some of the simplest things can create a win for you. Number 1, when you make your bed, you're not going to get back in it. Number 2, you're going to feel like you're up, you're going, and you're ready to go. And number 3, it creates some discipline for you. So make your bed. That's a big one. I've been doing that most of my life, and I think that's a big one for you to follow. Another thing is Absolutely, without a doubt, have your phone off for the first at least hour in the morning. Turn your phone off. What we've got to do is we've got to start to train our brains not to be reactive, but to be proactive. What you want to do is start to condition your mind to be in control of your day rather than your environment to be in control of your day. So turn your phone off. If you have hard time with that, first of all, don't plug it in right next to your bed. Plug it in the other room. Put it in the other room. Turn it off. Set some time limits on your apps and on your phone itself if you use that for other things like meditation in the morning. Put time limits on your apps so you don't get drawn into social media or email or texting. So turn your phone off in the morning. Another thing that happens right first thing, and I've heard this, Marcus Aubrey, many other really good individuals that I go to for physical fitness and whatnot have said, drink a full glass of water in the morning. Let's remember that your body and especially your brain is composed primarily of water. Getting some water in your system after sleeping for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours is critical. So get a room temperature glass of water. I always set a glass of water out the night before, so when I get up, I don't have to think about it. I just go grab it and I chug it. It's hard to do that if you have ice cold water. So make it room temperature so it doesn't shock your body. Just have a glass of water, and that's a big one. So those are a couple of things that you probably don't think about. Make your bed, turn your phone off, glass of water. Now let's talk about some things that can be very proactive. I love the idea of starting with gratitude. Remember, we want to train our brains to be success-minded, to be grateful, because the more we are grateful, the more abundant our mind is going to be. And so if you can start by rattling off some things you're grateful for, or go into another one, which is a journaling type of aspect in the morning, what you can do when you journal is that you start to identify successes and wins and talents and things you're grateful for and things you're good at and things that you want to accomplish in your life. It really gets your brain working, that reticular activating system working on the things that you want it to be focused on. And so starting with gratitude or starting with journaling is a great way to start your morning. Another way is to meditate. Remember, meditation and mindfulness in particular, will help you to be focused on the things that you want to be focused on. And you'll become that third-party observer of your thoughts. So as your thoughts start to get controlled during the day by your circumstances, your situations, your social media, you'll be aware that that's happening, and you'll be able to react and work much more effectively with it. So meditation and mindfulness practice. Now, I use a couple of different apps. I use the Calm Meditation app. I also use the Wake Up app from Sam Harris, because some of them have some great theories, some have sleep stories, some have reflection and meditation, guided meditation. Do whatever works for you. Sometimes it might just be sounds of nature. In the Daily Mastermind mobile app, we have many unguided and guided meditations that are absolutely free. They cost you nothing. If you download the Daily Mastermind mobile app, you'll see those. Sounds of nature, sounds of rain, the forest, campfire, guided meditations from Julie Dittmar. There's a lot of different meditations in there, and that's why we put it in there. Another thing you can do is read or get your mind learning and growing, because then you're not just reacting. But the one that I really think is the most important is to move your body. Now, me personally, I have to get up and go to exercise first, because I find that my brain starts working way better once I've been moving. But you can get that mind and body connection going, and that makes a huge difference. But listen, if you don't have a personal trainer, if you don't have a gym, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is get up, do some push-ups and sit-ups, go for a walk, jog in place, do some jumpy jacks, but do something to engage your body. And I think you're going to find that everything else is going to kick into gear even better for you. So moving your body is key. And then another thing I want to just kind of really emphasize is top your morning off by making a goal and a plan to have a very nutritious, focused day. Remember, your brain and your tool and your body and your tools that you have to work with are only as good as the fuel that you put in them. So what I like to do after I've done my meditation, reflection, and workout is I come in and I plan my nutrition. So I start with something healthy, and then I know and I set an objective and an intention that I'm going to eat healthy throughout the day. I get my proteins and supplements and things in. So that's what I want to recommend to you, is pick a couple of those items. You can add more. Remember, consistency of some of these things is more important than quantity. Consistency is important. So pick a few things, start to get consistent with them, and that body and that mind and that reflection and intention is the most important thing. And it doesn't take a lot of time. We're not talking about taking hours. You could take 5 minutes, you could take 10 minutes, or you could block out an hour like I do. But I want to encourage you to set some morning rituals. Don't worry about everything else in the day. I promise you that if you knock this one pin over, the rest will start to fall in place much more productively for you. So that's my message for today. Win the morning and you'll win the day. I'd love to have you share this podcast. Help us kind of get the message out for things that can help entrepreneurs and individuals like yourself to go to the next level and create success. Share this podcast. Share it in your stories. Tag me in your stories so that I can see that you're sharing it at The Daily Mastermind with Instagram or Facebook, at The Daily Mastermind. And tag me in your stories. Give me some comments. Let me know what's working for you. What are the morning rituals that work the best for you? Share those. Other people can benefit from that as well. Hit me up on social media, and we'll look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. We got a great week lined up for you. So this is George Wright III, and this has been The Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.